All right, guys and gals, this is David Dang Vu, and in this vlog, I am going to be sharing with you my December 2015 income report. Now, if you haven't seen my last income report video, make sure you check it out in November. I shared all the intricacies and all the details of every single one of my businesses, how much I made, how I made it, all the expenses, all the numbers, and I explain a lot about every single one of the businesses. Okay, now before I do jump into the numbers and into the business stuff, I definitely want to take a moment to talk about the fun stuff, because I think it's really important to not always be about business and about making money. I think it's really important to also share the fun stuff and the things that you are able to do in spite of the money, right? So I just want to be able to share with you some of the highlights for the month, some of the cool things I was able to do, people that I got to meet, fun stuff. So that way you can see that there's a balance between fun and work, right? It's not all about the grind, all about the hustle, right? I mean, there are certain days, certain weeks, certain months where I'll grind and work 10, 12, 16 hours a day, 5, 6, 7 days a week. And there are other weeks where literally I won't work at all, and just enjoy a nice lifestyle. So it's really important for you to see the balance of both fun and work. So this month, I always want to start off the blog with sharing you the fun stuff. So let's get started. Most of you already know I teach courses online about the businesses that I do. And December was such an awesome month. It was actually the month where we reached over 10,000 students in 120 different countries. And we've only launched some of these courses for less than a year. And the funnest part about this course is getting the reviews from the students that leave me an awesome review. But the second favorite thing I love seeing and hearing are stories of people taking action and actually making an income and sharing with me all their little wins along the way, right? So literally every single day, I get messages through text, through email, through Facebook, through Udemy, through Instagram, Twitter. I mean, it's insane how many messages I get a single day on people sharing their story and sharing their wins. It's so much fun to read these stories. And real quick, here's two of my personal friends that finally got into the course about a month or 2 months ago. And this is Gabriel, who actually sold 5 items the other day, and he was really jacked out of his mind for that. My buddy Vincent also did the same thing. Actually, this is Vincent selling 5 items, and Gabe sold 4 items, a margarita mixer. Actually, 5 items, so they both sold 5 items. So I just love seeing these stories coming in on a daily basis. It's a ton of fun for me to read these messages. And another highlight in December was I was able to fly out to Austin, Texas and spend about a week out there. It was really cool. We went out to an event in Austin, Texas for internet marketers and entrepreneurs. And I got a chance to meet and mingle with a lot of my favorite entrepreneurs. Here's Pat Flynn. If you don't know who he is, he's a blogger and an author and a podcaster. You can check him out at smartpassiveincome.com. Got a chance to hang out with him, sit next to him, and actually even see him train on stage. Really, really amazing guy, super down to earth. Love you, Pat. If you ever get to see this video, thank you for all you do. I got a chance to hang out with Gary Vaynerchuk. So I'm sure most of you know who he is. He's an extremely successful serial entrepreneur. He's an investor in Twitter, Instagram, Uber, a ton of stuff. This guy puts out some amazing content, and he's the host of the Ask Gary V show and is a New York Times bestselling author worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Love Gary V. And my highlight of the event was hanging out with this gentleman right here. He is actually a founder of a small little company you might know of called Priceline.com. That's right. It's a company that at one point was worth billions of dollars. So got a chance to hang out with him. The coolest part of the event was after he got off the stage, he actually hung out with me and my best friend Gabriel right here and talked to us for 2 hours one-on-one. It was just so cool just being able to hear his entrepreneur journey and him building the company and starting a startup and growing it to $1 billion. I mean, the information we were able to hear from him was absolutely priceless. And then another cool thing I was able to do was I actually put together a quick meetup for some of the local students in Texas. I shot out an email, a broadcast, and literally this was a very last minute thing. And I didn't think anyone would show up. I've never done anything like this. I've never met a lot of the students, right? A lot of them are just profiles and dialogue that I read on the website. So sent out an email, and literally the next day we met up at a Starbucks. Actually, I showed up to the Starbucks, and then students started trickling in. And it was really amazing. We got to hang out with a couple of the students and hear their stories and just mingle and build that relationship. It was a lot of fun. And then right when I got back from Texas, I wanted to host a potluck for the students inside of one of my courses in Southern California. So this one was a lot more pre-planned, and I was promoting this one for about a week or 2 weeks in advance. And I really didn't know how many people would show up. I really didn't know what to expect, but the turnout was awesome. It was so much fun. We literally had probably about 40 to 50 people show up. So here's a picture of some of the students at the event. Half had already left before we took this group photo, and it was just so much fun hanging out with everybody and getting to know their stories and just hearing all the success stories that were going on and how people were running their businesses and how the course has made a big impact in their life. So super fun. Here's a picture of me and my girlfriend at the event. This is Lillian Perez. Amazing, beautiful. And this is a picture of one of my favorite students, Shane Warren. She's super cool. She has an amazing story that you have to hear. She was working 70 hours a week, riding her bike to work, okay, when she started this business. And long story short, 6 months later, she started making double, almost triple the amount she was making at her full-time jobs. So she ended up quitting her job, and now she works complete from home, and she travels a lot more now because of her online business. And lastly, a highlight for me in December was something that I was able to do for my employees in the Philippines. I have 2 employees that have been working with me in the Philippines for close to a year now, and I love these girls. They're sisters. One works with me full-time, one works part-time, and I decided to do something really nice for them and get them a cool Christmas present. So this is actually a video of me and them on Skype, and I made them think that we're going to have a quick meeting or a quick training, and I actually got them on Skype and surprised them with 2 new iPads. So check out the video. I'll share with you real quick just a small clip of the video. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I got you guys, okay? I know I don't think you guys have this, but we talked about it a little bit. But I got you and your sister 2 brand new Apple iPads.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Bo. It's our
Yes.
first time to have like that.
Really?
Thank you so much, sir.
All right, so that's the fun stuff that we were able to do in December. Now let's get into the income report and talk about business. All right, let's take a look at the business stuff and take a look at the numbers. All right, so in December, I had my highest grossing earnings ever in my career as an entrepreneur. Total for all the businesses combined, the gross earnings was $126K. Pretty freaking awesome. And here's the breakdown. Coming in at number 1 was my eBay dropshipping e-commerce business. In that business, we did $91K, also generated $317 on Ebates, and cash back through Top Cash Back was almost $2,000. So compared to the following month, it was an increase of $35K in the eBay dropshipping e-commerce, $261 in Ebates, and $469 on Top Cash Back. Total earnings was $93K. Now let's go through the expenses real quick for this business. Cost of goods was about $63K. My eBay fees, almost $9,000, which it was a huge increase from last month, went up by $5,300. Understand that when you sell more, you make more, but of course, everything goes up too, along with your eBay fees and PayPal fees. On the same note, PayPal fees, $3,100. Right, which was an increase of $1,400. And outsourcing the VAs that I hired, the employees outside the US, we paid them $1,011, which was actually less than what we paid them last month. And it was a difference of $290 less. Total expenses was about $13,000. And again, that's all the fees and the outsourcing. The net total for the e-commerce business was about $17,000. Not bad. Probably one of my biggest months in the history of doing this. Okay, now coming at number 2 is my Udemy income. So in November, my Udemy income was actually number 1 and my e-commerce was number 2, but in December it reversed. So let's check out what happened. Now on Udemy, something drastic happened here. I made about $6,100, which isn't bad, and I'm very grateful and very thankful. But if you compare that to the prior month of when I made over $16,000, that was a whopping difference, a decline of $10,208. And I definitely want to take a moment to talk about what happened there. First of all, in November, it was the craziest spike I've ever seen. I was averaging maybe $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 a month, and it just skyrocketed to $16K. Totally unexpected. And that was because of Black Friday / Cyber Monday. So knowing this moving forward, I'm making sure I'm going to get myself more prepared next year in November and December. But in December, it's an interesting month. It's not one of my biggest months. It's not one of my lowest months. But again, I thought it was going to be a lot bigger. Being the holidays, I thought maybe a lot of people were going to be gifting the course to their friends and family, you know. But apparently, a lot of people are not buying courses in December or as much as I thought they were going to do. So moving forward from here, the lesson that I learned for next December is throwing out some promotions, encouraging people to gift the course to friends and family. So that way I can earn a little bit more. Now, coming in at number 3, our vacation rental arbitrage business, okay? This is where we have properties on Airbnb, and in that month, we earned $23,600. And it's funny because we've actually contacted and connected with several other hosts on Airbnb, and they've been telling us that December is one of the slowest months. Well, not for us. I really believe strongly we know what we're doing. And that's why we were still able to generate $23,600, which was actually an increase from the prior month. We had an increase of over $1,200 in December. So that was pretty incredible. Our rent went up by about $750. Okay, our total rent was $10,700, and the reason for that was in November we had moved into a property, and it was actually a prorated month. So we moved in, I believe it was like the 3rd week of the month, so we didn't pay the full months of rent. We only paid a prorated amount. So this is actually the full amount that we pay for all the properties that we currently have in December. Utilities also went up by $366. Our total utilities was $650. Our maid and cleaning crew that we paid out, we also paid them a lot more because we had more reservations. So because we have more reservations, we need more cleanings. So we ended up paying our team $2,200, which was an increase of $700. And supplies, this is an interesting number. This actually shot down, believe it or not. Our supplies, the toiletries and things that we need to replenish for our properties, we only spent $116. And the reason for that is you're going to see this number fluctuate a lot is when we do order products for our properties, we order in bulk. So usually we try to order, for at least a month's worth, but sometimes it can overlap. So last month we spent $489 on supplies, but this month we only spent $116 again because we bulk order. So the next month we will probably be ordering a lot more supplies than this month. So a difference of $370 there. Total expenses was $13K and $600. So that was an increase of $1,400. And the net income was roughly about the same as the prior months. So this kind of averages out pretty good. But we made about close to $10K here, which was only a difference of $186 less. And if we were to split it and pay a distribution, because there's 3 of us, my split would be $3,300. All right, now coming in at number 4, highest income is my gift card business. Earned about $1,000 from the joint venture affiliate earnings. The gift card company referral earnings earn about $700 there. So one went up while the other went down. So something interesting happened this month. The reason why we earned more on our joint venture affiliate earnings was my partners that I've worked with ended up buying a lot more cards that month personally for them. That second number with the card cash referral earnings are going to fluctuate. Some months it's going to go up, some months it's going to go down, because that's really dependent on the amount of cards that are sent into this company where we get paid a percentage on. And some months are a lot better than others. And in December, typically it's not a great month to buy gift cards. But in January, there is a big bubble of people who have gift cards from the holidays. So in January, you can expect these two numbers to be congruent and actually increase. All right, now coming in last is the Nerium income. And in the month of December, we were able to earn close to $1,300. So not much of a difference from the prior month, which is pretty good. Okay, it was only a difference of $106. And the cost of goods actually went down too, which is not too bad. Only spent $407. So total income there was $882. Actually made more because spent less on the cost of goods. Okay, now let's talk about the other rough expenses. Accounting, same thing, $290. Legal, $30. And this month actually hired a videographer to work full time. So pretty cool. Really excited to work with him, and with the editing software and editing tools and things that we needed to get up and running, spent about $1,028 there. So the total for rough expenses was about $1,300. Okay. Now here's the grand total of everything all added up together. Total expenses in December was about $28K, which compared to last month is about $5,000, almost $6,000 more than last month. Cost of goods was $63,600. So again, the reason why the cost of goods is a lot higher was because of the e-commerce business, and that's an increase of $22,839. Okay. Now all the income added up together, the net total comes just shy of $28,000. So $27,755.31, which was a difference between last month of $3,500 less. And again, the reason why for this, while one business went up, the other one went down. And this is why I'm such a huge advocate of having multiple streams of income, because it can be financially devastating to rely on just one income. You might have a great month, and then the following month you might have a decent month, and then the following month you might have a bad month. And in any business, there's what's called the business cycle. So it's normal to have ups and downs, right? So having multiple streams of income allows you to always have an affluent trajectory as long as you have multiple streams, and they're all growing, you will always win. All right, so let's go ahead and take a more in-depth look at my biggest business and biggest income this month, which was the e-commerce business. And we'll go ahead and log in to my PayPal account so we can take a look at what happened, some of the trends, and what is the biggest lesson or the biggest takeaway we can learn from all this. So here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and log in for you guys real quick. All right, here you go. All right, some of my favorite things to look at is the report. So go ahead and click on activity, charts and graphs, and let's move this cursor over to December 15th. Right over here, we're gonna change it to monthly. All right, let's take a look at December. So as you can see, $99,440 in payments received. This is a combination of eBay and Udemy, but for eBay, $91,071 with the fees being $3,100. This was definitely my biggest month in the history of doing this, close to 2 years now since I started. But yeah, so you can see here starting in December 1st, 50 sales, 38, 32, 56, 40, 39, 55, 55, 53, 55. Obviously, these are the holiday sales, okay? 59 sales. So we're hovering about 40 to 60 sales average a day right before the big holiday, Hanukkah, New Year's holidays, right? So a lot of people buying presents, a lot of people buying gifts. So usually the first 2 weeks of December is gonna be really crazy because people are buying gifts and shipping it to their family and friends in different parts of town, across the country, right? Different states. So that's why having an e-commerce business during the holidays can be very lucrative, as you can see. And then right about the week before Christmas, you'll see the sales start to plummet down, right? So it goes from 59 to 46, 44, 30. Now we're in the 30s right before Christmas. And then even on Christmas Day, 20 sales, which isn't bad, but compared to the beginning of the month, it was a drastic change, right? And then here's a cool thing. Right after Christmas, post holidays now, right before New Year's, you got an interesting time between Christmas and New Year's. It still picks back up to about 26, 38, 25, and then it plateaus about 30 throughout the new year. So the biggest takeaway from this is make sure you have an e-commerce kind of business where you can generate sales during the holidays. And that was the biggest lesson for me. Not knowing this come next year, right before the holidays, I would say October, November, we'll be scaling our e-commerce business a lot more and adding even more product to get ready for that big rush. So that way we can earn even more money. All right, guys and gals, that concludes the December income report video. Thank you for watching my video. If you haven't done so yet, if you like these kind of videos, please make sure you hit the subscribe button for me. That way, as soon as I launch any future videos, you'll get notified right away. If there's also anything more you'd like to see, make sure you comment below. And with that, we'll see you in next month's income report video.